Good evening. Good evening. It's that time once again, boys and girls. Tuesday night, 10 p.m. The Mystic Hour has finally arrived. Hello out there in radio and internet land. It is I, the Mystic, coming to you live once again from WNJC, 1360 AM, Washington Township, Philadelphia. And, of course, broadcasting to you live from the Mystic's Realm Studios here in beautiful Westville, New Jersey. Folks, it is a wonderful Valentine's night. We had a little bit of snow finally today. Hopefully maybe get a little bit more before it's over with. I'm hoping. I'm kind of a fan. But, yeah, so welcome to the Mystic Hour, folks, the world's free call-in live psychic talk show. I, of course, am your host, the Mystic, professional psychic of 15 years, here to assist you in matters of love, life, health, success, and, of course, destiny. That's right. Okay, we got a lot to talk about, a lot to do, so what we want to go ahead and make first is a couple really quick announcements. First off, I would like to thank Dempsters once again for having me on Thursday night. It was a wonderful time had by all, and hopefully I will be back this coming Thursday with bells on, just depending on the weather, folks. Because right now the weather's kind of up in the air. We're not really sure what's happening. Of course, maybe if a meteorologist would simply give me a call here at the station, perhaps maybe I can also predict the weather as well as his future. I don't know. Okay, so again, thank you, Dempsters, and I will be back this coming Thursday, weather permitting. I'll be there from 7 to 10, giving absolutely free psychic readings to the public, folks, just as God intended. So if you get a chance, come on out. It's right there on Route 38 in Mount Holly, New Jersey. And, of course, we'll have DJ Paul out there. He's going to be coming out about my last hour in. So as I'm leaving, he's coming in, and I'll be slinging some Destiny, and then he'll be singing some great tunes your way, and that's all at Dempster's. And I'll tell you, they got some great food there, so get some off the menu, and you will be set. Okay. Also, I'd like to give a really, really quick thank you to Cousins in Westville, New Jersey, for having me out. Thank you so much. Had a great time. Also, I would like to remind everyone that I am going to be holding this cruise December 2nd through the 9th. You guys can get your tickets now at cruiseevents.net. Just click on Celebrity Cruises and look for me, the Mystic. And we're going to be having the Mystic Psychic Cruise Spectacular, folks, 7 days and nights in the Bahamas. It's going to be about $100 a night. I'm going to be taking you guys on some very exciting, surprising things. So if you get a chance, come on out and see us. And that's in December. But you guys got to book right away, okay, because our space is limited. So let's go ahead and get that done. Okay, so that's pretty much it. That's pretty much everything. I do have a couple quick announcements that I want to make right at the end of the hour, but we can wait until then. I do want to remind all of you that this is the world's free call-in live psychic talk show. You guys can give us a call for a free psychic reading at 856-227-1360 and 856-232-7077. Give us a call and get a free psychic reading with me, folks. In the meantime, I want to remind everyone that the lovely Karen is in the station, and she is taking your calls, so, be nice and be kind, and she will get you through to us as soon as possible, okay, folks? And again, you can give us a call at 856-227-1360 and 856-232-7077. So, my brothers and sisters, Valentine's Day. Pretty cool stuff. I'll tell you, it's a cute holiday. I mean, a lot of people, say it's very commercialized with the, Hallmark cards. The Hallmark is the one that set this whole thing up and blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, honestly, anytime that you get a chance to express love for someone, take advantage of it. We don't get enough of that in this day and age. And I want to talk a little bit more about that at the end of the hour. But, it is something that we all have to think about, is expressing love for each other, because I think we need to do a lot more of that in this world. There's a lot of portrayal of hatred in this world through the media, through various other sources. And we need something to, counterbalance some of that mess. And a great way to do it is love, 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 love. So know that I love you all. And again, I want to remind you all, you guys can give us a call for a free psychic reading. Now, while we're waiting on your call, a couple other things I want to mention very, very quickly. Last week's show, I was feeling very, very under the weather, and I decided not to do the show, so we just ran the tape. But the week before, we had a situation on the show that I had explained to you guys about a death row inmate that I had actually had a vision of. And I got a lot of feedback from that, and I want to thank you all so much for all your letters and, you know, everything. But I also got some other feedback, too, and it was on Sylvia Browne. I had given a couple mentions to her as well as a couple other people on that show that night. I was just rambling that night, boys and girls. And, you know, as big as this world is and as open as this world is, you know, there are a lot of things in this world that close doors as quickly as open them. And a lot of them do include people, you know, that try to dupe us, that try to fake us out, that try to, you know, bring a bad name to this whole thing and you know, just make it a big mess for everybody. And I'll tell you, it's a real problem in this world when people try to stand up and say, look, you know, I'm stronger than you, I'm more powerful than you, and that's just the way it is, and if you want some of this power, well, then it's going to cost you a few bucks and I'll give it to you. Well, it doesn't really work that way, boys and girls, and this is something that, you know, as a minister, it's something that I got to let you guys in on, you know. The Bible tells us not to study the art of divination. It tells us not to study the art of fortune telling. And the reason why is because if everybody had it, 9 out of 10 of the people out there would take advantage of it. They would use it for their own personal gain. They would use it, you know, to strictly dominate another human being or change their will or change their ideas or whatever. And with everybody doing that to each other, it would just be a big, huge mess overall. So instead, God says, don't study any of that mess, and those of us that do deserve it, by all means, you'll have it. And that doesn't just include psychic ability. That includes any type of ability, mechanical ability, mathematical ability. And sure, you know, we can all study to learn addition, subtraction, et cetera, but, you know, it's those people that are born to do it that really excel in it, you know. It's those people that just born mechanically gifted, that can take a TV apart and put it back together at 6 or 7 years old, that can, you know, do all this, you know, incredible electronic stuff at a very early time and not have any problem with any of it. So, you know, this is the whole thing that we're trying to, you know, bring about here. But one of the people that's trying to keep that from happening is Sylvia Browne and other people like her. Because, yes, she is sitting there saying that she's always right and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But then she starts explaining how that it's not just her information that she's giving you. That the information she's really getting is coming from her guardian angels and her spirit guides and all this other mess. Folks, I got to tell you, that's simply not true. There is no such thing as spirit guides and all this other hokey stuff that everybody thinks, you know, or everybody's told to think, I should say. When in fact, really, the only spiritual guide that we have is within us. It's our own soul. And this is why God made it eternal, so that it can show us its wisdom, so that it can share with us God's wisdom, and also be able to guide you properly towards your destiny, towards the job that you're supposed to be doing. And the more you listen to that, obviously, the quicker you'll achieve your destiny, the quicker you'll achieve your goals here. And obviously, you know, the happier you'll be because of it. But folks, when you hear people talk about these spirit guides, when you hear them talk about, you know, all these angels around you and this and that, walk away as quickly as you can, because chances are you're getting duped. Now, speaking of duping, there are people that, you know, there are people that out there that dupe. There are people out there that lie. There are people out there that claim to be psychic and are not, that, you know, claim to read whatever. But there are also those out there that are working very hard to prove that these psychics are hoaxes, are false, are, you know, non-legitimate. And I'm here to tell you, my brothers, between you and me, I don't think I fit in that category. It's never been suggested that I'm a fake psychic. I'm just here to help you guys, and you guys can take this advice with a grain of salt or not. But what I do want to do, for the very first time on my show, folks, I've been doing this show since June of 2000, and this is the first time that I am going to make this announcement. I am a legitimate psychic, and to prove it, I do not accept a challenge, but I actually am offering a challenge to the Great Randy to prove me wrong. Now, I understand the Great Randy is offering $1 million for this gig. If you can prove actual legitimate psychic ability, you win $1 million, according to him. Now, folks, I'm here to tell you that using psychic ability to gain $1 million would be wrong. So I'm here to announce tonight on the show that I will give that money to charity if I can get the Great Randy out here on this show, and we'll take his little test and that we all agree to, and we'll make sure that the whole thing is done live on the air so that we can actually, let you guys in on what we find. I think it could be very, very interesting. So the Great Randy, if you're listening tonight, you said that Sylvia Browne won't accept your challenge. You're saying all these other psychics won't accept your challenge. I'm here to tell you tonight, I, the Mystic, accept your challenge. So there you have it, folks. Hopefully the Great Randy will be contacting us very soon, and we'll see if we can't get him on the air. I think that'd be a very exciting thing. Now, again, I want to reiterate on this challenge very quickly, and then we'll take this call. I challenge the Great Randy to prove my psychic ability is false. And should I end up proving him wrong, then I win $1 million, which will then be given to charity. And folks, we'll even let you guys choose the charity. How about that? We'll have you guys email in, and the one that with big charity ideas, we'll go ahead and send it their way. That sounds like a good plan to me. Could be animals, could be children, could be cancer, whatever you guys want, we'll do it, okay? Right on. Okay, so there you have it, folks. The very first Mystic Challenge, live on the Mystic Hour. You can't beat that. We do have a caller on the line, so let's go ahead and take this caller, and then we'll go ahead and introduce you to some of our wonderful sponsors. That sounds like a good time, okay? Caller, you are live. Good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Hi.
How you doing?
Wonderful. What's your name?
Lucy.
Lucy. Where are you calling from?
From Somerdale.
Oh, Somerdale. And how can I help you this evening?
I guess that I don't know what I have in store for my future.
Okay. Sounds like you're pretty open to pretty much everything.
Yes.
We'll go ahead and start you off with a general reading first.
Okay.
All right. And from that point, if I hit on something that you want to get a little deeper into, by all means, just shout, okay? This is our time, Lucy.
Okay, thank you.
Right on. Stand by and we'll see what we shall see for Lucy of Somerdale. Okay. Strong. Okay. Wow. First off, dealing with your present position, some of the things that are going on in your life right now, okay? What I'm seeing here is you have been working really hard at channeling a lot more of your own energy. And what I mean by that is, my dear, over the past couple of years, you've been real sporadic with every aspect of your life, your personal life, your finances, your business, the whole thing seems like there's been little bites and bits and pieces just coming in and out of your life really, really quickly. And you haven't really had an opportunity to get a hold of any one of those aspects and bear down on it and create a foundation for yourself until now. Now you're actually able to start channeling some of these energies and start, creating something for yourself here. And the whole thing is all because you found your strength there.
Really?
It wasn't that long ago.
Okay.
Only recently did you find this newfound strength of yours to say, hey, you know what? It's time for me to progress.
Okay.
It's starting to work. It's not working as quickly as you want it to, but I don't think anything ever has for you, ever. But that's okay. There's nothing wrong with being a little impatient. This is what gets things done quicker than most people.
Right.
Now, as far as your destiny itself, some of your goals right now, you do have some large goals, which is very, very good. But most of these goals really depend on your own intuition. They depend on how you can, how the concept of the way you see yourself.
Okay.
In other words, the reflection back of the mirror is what makes you decide what you're going to learn that day. It's going to make you decide how open or how closed-minded you're going to be that day. So, you know, really look into yourself and be as open as you possibly can be right now, because honestly, right now, it's all about keeping yourself open. It's all about keeping yourself, you know, prone to possibilities right now.
Okay.
And this is your whole forte, and you haven't really had the opportunity to do that. You've been, you know, like I said, you've had a lot going on in a lot of different areas, and you haven't been able to bear down on any of it. So now's your time, and it's starting to work for you. And I'll tell you, as time goes on, the first thing that you're going to notice here is a newfound wholeness within yourself. And this is only going to come not from any circumstances, although you're going to swear that it has. You're going to swear that it came from something around you. But honestly, this is a choice that you're going to be making. You're going to choose to feel whole again. And this is definitely going to be coming right around the corner for you. Now, as this comes, though, I'm going to tell you, you're going to be needing a lot less people in your life right now.
I'm going to be needing a lot less?
A lot less.
Needing.
Yeah.
Or needing.
Need as in
needing.
a necessity to have. You understand?
Yes.
You're going to be having the necessity to have a lot less people in your life right now. And this is going to be weeding out over the next couple of months, and I think this is good for you. I think this is strong for you. But you're going to feel a little lost here because you're so used to getting so many other people's opinion and advice and you know, their 2 cents, whether you take it or not.
Right.
You always look for it. You understand?
Yeah.
So, you know, you're going to feel a little lost here, but in all honesty, 9 out of 10 times, this is when we become the strongest, because this is the time when we truly have to say, wow, I have absolutely no choice but for the first time in my life to rely on myself only.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
This is the kicker for you.
Okay.
This is what's going to make the change for you. This is what's going to turn you almost 180 degrees. I say almost because you've already started that turn.
Okay.
You've already started that change. And, you know, it's a conscious effort. This isn't something you just kind of fell into. This is a conscious effort you're making here.
Okay.
And that means a lot.
Is it good? Does it look good for the future?
I'm sorry?
Does it look good for the future? Is it good?
Well, the only aspect here that bothers me is the fact that, like I said, you are going to feel pretty alone out there.
Okay.
Over the next year or so. And again, this is when the strongest people truly come out. Because this is when they truly have no choice but to rely on themselves, and usually become pretty successful when they do, and they tend to love themselves a lot more. So it's all kind of a win-win-win-win-win situation here. And this is what you have to look forward to. But it's a little scary. That's all. Dangerous for you, I don't see that. You're much stronger than you've ever been. But on top of that, you're also a lot more focused on, you know, your progression here, on this concept of yourself that you're trying to work on. And I think it's going to work for you.
Oh,
now, emotionally, you got to be stronger here, though.
Oh.
This is the biggest key of all, is the emotional state of yours, because here is the emotional side is what's making you rely on all these other people. And you're not going to be doing that anymore. So you need to rely on something else other than those emotions. My recommendation, follow your gut, follow your instinct, because it seems to be right a lot. It always is.
Okay.
It's the way people are. You know, so many of us are trained to listen to our emotions. So many of us are trained to, you know, follow what our heart tells us instead of listening to what our instincts and what our gut tells us. And, you know, this is what makes the victors in anything. You know, if you listen to a martial artist, the first thing he'll tell you, you know, rule number 1, don't get mad. Right? Because when you get mad, you get emotional, you'll lose.
Okay.
You'll lose. Same thing with life. If you choose to let your emotions make your decisions for you, you're going to duck what you should have covered. Next thing you know, you're getting a karate chop in the arm.
Mm-hmm.
And that's no good.
Right.
But see, you don't get that. You stay focused. You stay, in the...
So you see my emotions where my anger is my anger sparked. Okay.
Which gets you into more trouble than anything else.
You're right about that.
I know. But the reason that is, though, Lucy, honestly, the reason why that is, really, is because you're getting into the habit of trying to establish which is which here. Your emotions, your instinct. And I really feel that strongly, and I really feel you're getting it. But there's no other way to find out other than trial and error.
Right, right.
And that stinks, because, yeah, you can hurt somebody's feelings, including your own. But it's got to be done this way. You can't learn any other way.
Right.
You can't.
Right, that's true.
This is where you're at. Now, final outcome. And this is an interesting thing. I do have a message for you.
Okay.
Actually, for your future. And your future is this. Your future was actually taken away from you when you were very young, and that is the future that you are about to embark upon.
Really?
Does that make any sense at all?
No, it really doesn't. I'm so sorry that I wish it did.
Okay, that's quite all right. I'm sure in time it will. But what I'm sensing with that message is that it could be an idea that you had, a goal that you had, a career move that you may have had, and for whatever reason you were told or you were pulled out of a position to be able to pursue that particular goal.
Okay.
And for whatever reason, I sense that goal is still hovering about.
Wow.
Waiting to fall on your lap here. So I have a feeling the more instinctive you become, the quicker this is going to fall into your lap and really, really help you. But it's something that I sense that you wanted to do a long, long, long time ago.
Writing? I wanted to be a writer.
It could very well be.
Okay.
But for whatever reason, I felt this was taken away from you. I don't feel that you took it away from yourself. I don't feel that you just stopped doing it. I feel that it was taken away from you. Maybe the environment. Maybe, it could have been the thought itself. Maybe you thought, oh, I want to be a nurse, and maybe somebody just badmouthed the nursing industry so bad that you decided not to. It could be anything. But I can tell you again that this does have correlation to your very early past. So I want you to think back to that, and when the whole thing does come down, because I don't think it's going to take very long. In fact, that aspect of the destiny path, I actually sense is going to come about within the next 4 months. So once it does, you got to give us a call back on the show. Let us know how it went, Liz, because I really sense this is going to be great for you, and it's very, very strong for you. And again, I feel the stuff is taken from your past, and you got to call us back and tell me what that was.
Okay.
Okay?
What about finances? Do you see anything for my finances and love life?
Again, I think this is all tied in together here, Dan.
Okay.
I really do. I really think this is tied in together. But see, your finances, again, it's all about your concept right now. You're trying to create yourself.
Okay.
And as you go along here, you are making changes to yourself. You are, adjusting and tweaking who you are right now. But eventually you're going to get done with it. Once you are, and again, it's not long from now, once you are, you're going to be able to adapt that, and you're going to be able to be the person that you are conceiving yourself to be.
Okay.
The concept of who you are is who you're going to be. And it's a great person, no question. But, you have to play the role here. And it's not really your want to play a role like this.
Really?
Because, well, it's kind of manipulative. And that's not really your style.
Yeah, you're right.
But it's got to be done this way. It's the only way it's going to work.
Okay.
You can manipulate for the good of all.
Okay.
For the negative, sure.
Right.
So don't. Okay. Now, so you got to give us a call back, Liz, and let us know how this thing goes for us, okay?
All right, thanks a lot.
Now, one last thing before you go really, really quickly. This is actually dealing with your home, okay, your environment. I do see a change there coming up before the end of the year as well. But wow, it looks like it could very well be some distance. And I'll tell you, there's some really great positive things associated with this. So when this comes, the opportunity comes, take a look at it. I'm not saying jump, but take a look. It may be good for you.
Okay.
All right, darling. You're
Oh, thanks a lot.
Lucy, thank you so much for calling the show. And, of course, God bless you and your entire family.
You too.
Hello, friends. You're awesome.
Bye.
Okay, folks. Wow, that was Lucy. Folks, what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and commercial. And when we come back, we will have more absolutely free psychic readings with the mystics. So stick around, will you? You're awesome.
Does your spirit need a vacation as bad as you do? Look no further! Coming December of 2007, the Mystic Psychic Cruise Spectacular. 7 days and nights on one of the world's largest cruise ships. As we travel the Caribbean and check out the islands of the Bahamas, you'll join us for 3 exclusive seminars by the Mystic as you enjoy everything the ship has to offer. Dinners, parties, even an exclusive cocktail party for the Mystic's special guests. If you snorkel, you can be the Mystic's guest as he performs a never-attempted underwater psychic reading on stones said to be built by Atlantis. A not-to-miss event. Meet fellow spiritualists from all over the world, perfect for singles or couples. Check the website for details or call Cruise Events at 1-800-695-5253. Book now. Cabins are going very fast. That number again is 1-800-695-5253. Ask for Susan, and we'll see you in the Bahamas. He last left our hero high in the Himalayas, seeking truth from the wise wizard who lives there. God, I hope this guy's home. Hello, anyone there?
I am the wizard who holds the answer to which you seek. Behold, I give you the sword of destiny.
Yes, it's very nice, but that's not why I'm here.
Ah, you seek the Holy Grail, of course. Now, where did I put that Holy Grail?
No, that's not why I'm here either. I'm just looking to find a deal on computers.
Well, that's easy. Quartz Computers at 856-656-0443 are here for all your PC needs. Upgrades, repairs, all done on site. Even most warranties are honored. Check out their website at www.quartzcomputers.com or call them at 856-656-0443.
Quartz Computers, thanks a lot. Now, how do I get out of here?
I wish I knew.
That's quartzcomputers.com at 856-656-0443. Just look for the wizard in the app. The Sketch Club. Affordable ticket prices, intimate seating in a historical building, and plenty of free parking. Conveniently located in downtown Woodbury, a few blocks from Route 45 on the corner of Glover and Logan Streets. We're celebrating the 73rd consecutive season, bringing you the best in theater and live entertainment. For performance dates and times, call our 24-hour hotline at 856-848-8089. Performances run from Thursday to Saturday evening and a Sunday matinee at 2 p.m. Sketch Club is a non-profit community theater, the oldest running in South Jersey, and we're always looking for volunteers, actors, set builders, writers, and more. All creative minds are welcomed at the Sketch Club. Call us at 856-848-8089 or check us out on the web at www.sketchclub.net. Come and experience live theater with us. Sketch Club players. That number again is 856-848-8089. Greetings to you. I am the Mystic. Thanks for tuning into my show each week, but it's only an hour show, and I know many of you miss out on the chance for your reading with me. So, I am available for private sessions, as well as parties, seminars, and benefits, of course. Give me a call at 856-803-4463, and I will assist you in all matters of love, life, health, success, and destiny. As an ordained minister of 9 years, I can also perform blessings and house clearings for the most memorable custom wedding created especially for you. Call 856-803-4463, and you can also reach me through my website at www.themysticsrealm.com. Feel the awesome power of a true psychic reading. To be knowledgeable about what is to come in your life is to be better prepared for it, and I will show you how to achieve better living through the Spirit. That number again is 856-803-4463, and I look forward to reading you.
And we are back here on the Mystic Hour at WNJC, 1360 AM, Washington Township, Philadelphia. Folks, also broadcast live through the mysticsrealm.com, WNJC 1360's website, and of course we are also broadcasting live at the Mystics Realm Studios, and still broadcasting to WNJC, the fastest growing station in the Delaware Valley. Folks, we do have callers on the line. Let me give you those call numbers again. You can give us a call at 856-227-1360 and 856-232-7077. Give us a call. In the meantime, we do have a caller, so let's take that caller now. Caller, you are live. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello.
I would like a general reading. My name is Stephen.
Stephen? And where are you calling from?
Franklinville.
Ah, lovely area. Okay, stand by, Stephen, and we shall see what we shall see for you. Okay, my brother?
All right.
Okay. Wow. All right, Stephen, first off, dealing with your present position, some of the things that are going on in your life right now. My brother, endurance is the key for you right now. Patience, 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 patience. Everything that you are accomplishing right now, everything that you're trying to do has a waiting period. Everything. Everything you're trying to accomplish, your schooling that you're trying to accomplish, your training that you're trying to accomplish, everything, none of it can be done all at once. And unfortunately, you know, you're going to have to play the waiting game on a lot of this stuff as it comes about. But you do have the patience for it. That I can definitely tell you. Now, as far as your social life is concerned, it seems like only now you're starting to, you know, bring yourself out and actually, you know, meet people, greet people, explore people, and the whole bit. And this is also very, very good for you. But at the same time, you also have to understand, too, that you're surrounded by leadership, okay? The people that are raising, your parents that are raising you, you know, these people have some really strong leadership qualities. I sense that right off the bat. And I'll tell you, you know, some of it may seem a little overlordish, you know, but that's really not their intention at all. In fact, I actually sense they give you quite a bit of leeway when you want it. So, you know, I think you got a pretty good thing going there, so don't blow that, okay, buddy? Mm-hmm. Now, also, dealing with your distant past, okay? Here, you know, in your distant past, you've always stayed close to home. This is something that you've just always done. And that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But now that you're starting to realize the world you live in and just how big it is, you're starting to want to see a little bit more of it now. And I'll tell you, there's a lot of different opportunities to do that, both in, you know, a million different ways, both military, civilian, and you know, both politics. There's a million and one ways you can get involved in that. But, you know, make sure this is what you want more than anything. And this is the problem that I think that you're having now, is that you have so many people in your life that is pulling you in so many different directions with what they want you to do, with what they want you to accomplish, family members included, that you're not really thinking too hard about what Stephen really wants.
Yeah.
Do you understand that?
You're right on the bat.
And, you know, this is something you have to do. This is something you're going to have to, you know, understand that, you know, this is your life that you're living, not somebody else's. This is not a family member's life that you're living. This is not a friend's life that you're living. This is not a country's life that you're living. This is your life, my brother, and you need to figure out what you want to do. Otherwise, you're, you know, going to put yourself in a place where you definitely don't want to be, and that's definitely not what you want, okay? So, you know, this is something you're going to have to think about, but you're going to have to think about it now. Now is the time to think about what you want so that you can start, you know, progressing towards it. And that goes for any one of you out there listening tonight. I don't care who you are. I don't care what position you're in. Now's the time to act. Not tomorrow, not next week, now. The more you hesitate, the more these opportunities are going to pass you by until you're finally sitting there old and gray and sitting in your house going, what happened? You don't want that. So, you know, now is the time. You know, don't wait. Don't think you got, you know, years and years and years and years, because you don't know what could happen a year or two down the road. So now's the time to act, okay? You do this, and I'm telling you, you'll be glad you did. Now, another thing, too, dealing with your home. you are going to be making a couple sacrifices over the next couple of years for your home. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I'll tell you, I think not only is this going to help you evolve, but it's actually going to make you realize a lot of your potential, a lot of your capabilities you're going to be realizing. And I'll tell you, this is really what it's all about in this world, my brother, is realizing what you have so that you can use it to the best of your ability. It's the key to all things. Now, lastly, last thing that I want to mention to you real quick, and then we'll come up with a question or two if you have one. And this is actually dealing with your mental state right now. You know, you're really calm about things, and that's really, really good. There's absolutely nothing wrong with a state of calm in your being. But understand the sense of urgency in life itself, because life is not forever. And even though you are young and you've got the whole world ahead of you, you know, again, I can't express enough how important it is to start now, act now, figure out what you want now, and pursue it. Go get it, because if you do, you will get it. You will conquer. You will pursue. And I'll tell you, this will work for you. And you want to talk about a sense of calm. There is no feeling in the entire universe than the calm that you get knowing that you are exactly where not only you want to be, but where God wants you to be. I'm telling you, they're one and the same. Trust me on that. Okay? So that's what I see for you there, my brother. Now, here we get into the question-answer period. And here you can ask me anything you want to know. Just be sure you want the answer to it. Okay?
Yeah. Well, I've always had this feeling that I've got a very strong purpose in this world.
Okay.
And I don't know where to start to find what my purpose in this world is.
Okay. Great question. And I'll tell you, you know, here's the thing. A lot of people in this world think they have a purpose. Okay? A lot of people in this world believe they have a certain destiny that they are put on this earth to accomplish. 9 out of 10 of those people also think that they were put here by God to do so. This is definitely the case 9 out of 9 times. No question. God has a purpose for everyone. Now, some of us are sheep, some of us are shepherds, but without one, you wouldn't have the other. So even, you know, the lowliest sheep job has a purpose. You with me on that so far?
Yeah.
Now, the thing with you, my brother, is a question of choice. You know, as I said, chances are that what you truly want to do in life, what you feel that you're truly best at, what you feel God has given you the ability to do, chances are is your destiny. Because he wouldn't give you an ability that you wouldn't need. You understand? Even if it's just for your own sanity. You know, I mean, we all have our stupid little human tricks. And some of them are purely to entertain ourselves, if no one else. You understand?
Yeah, all the way.
So, you know, this is something that we have to look at. You know, why did God give us this ability? What do you think we should use it for? How can we use it best? How can we use it quickly and the most efficiently? You do this. You sit down and think about the abilities God has given you, and you will be able to see exactly what your destiny is. Because I got news for you, brother. The more you listen to that instinct of yours, the more you listen to that soul, the more easily your soul will be able to tell you what your destiny is. Because, my brother, it already knows. It already knows exactly what your destiny is. It knows what you're supposed to be doing years from now. It knows exactly who you're supposed to be with years and years from now. It knows. All you got to do is listen. All you got to do is follow that program, follow that path. The more you do so, the quicker you're going to achieve your destiny. Why? Because that's actually listening to God's word. The more you listen to the soul, the more you're listening to God's will. The more you listen to God's will, the more quicker you're going to achieve it, but the quicker the rewards come too, I will tell you that much. Okay? So take the abilities that you think you have, write them all down. Write them all down. I don't care how big, how small, how grandiose, how profound, whatever. Write them down. You do this. Write these things down. Write down that whole thing and put it all together and say, if I was a person with all these abilities, my job would be boom, that. And I'm telling you, you'll see it very simply. It'll come to you very easily. Okay? So once you get that, then you'll say, okay, well, now I know what it is. Now it's a question of how do I get to be that person? Do I have to go to school for it? Do I have to take tests for it? Do I have to get a certain amount of training? Do I have to, whatever? Join a convent? I don't know.
Yeah.
But, you understand what I'm saying? Once you figure out exactly what your abilities are, you'll be able to figure out what your destiny is immediately. Immediately. Trust me on this, brother. All right? Now, what I want you to do is I want you to take a pen and paper, and I want you to write down a list of all of your abilities, the good ones, the great ones, the outstanding ones, but the ones that are really make you shine the most. Those are the ones I really want you to put down and circle and underline, whatever you got to do, because those are the aspects of who you truly are supposed to be. Remember that.
All right, I will.
You do that, then I want you to give us a call back, and I want you to let us know what you found. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Definitely.
That's what I want you to do. That would be great, Steve. We would love to hear back from you, man. Well, I always love to hear back from my people. It's great. So, yeah, give us a call back in about, a couple weeks or a month or whatever, however long it takes you to figure this out. And I'm telling you, I don't think it's going to take you very long, brother. I really sense you're a smart kid, and you do have a lot together. It's just that you're not sure enough of yourself yet. Like, even your intelligence, you got a really high intelligence, but you fear what you believe in.
Mm-hmm.
Including yourself. All the abilities that you believe in, that you are capable of doing, you still have fear in. And that'll get you killed. I don't care where you are. Whether it's in a relationship, or whether it's, in the middle of a war, or whether it's in the middle of, a convenience store robbery. If you get emotional, bad things will happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the way it's things. So you got to avoid that at all costs, bro.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what I see for you there. So I look forward to hearing back from you in about a month.
I just got one more thing.
Okay, very quickly.
About an experience I had in the past.
Okay.
Now, in my far past, years back, I started tampering with stuff that I shouldn't have gone near, like witchcraft.
Okay.
And I was away at school, and I had an experience with a figure that, like, all I could see was a thin light around the body. My eyes were closed, and it struck me 2 times in the chest.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been trying to find answers ever since.
Well, I'll tell you, you're probably not going to find too many answers there because, that's a journey that is a personal journey. And what I mean by that is chances are that was God's way of letting you know that you're tampering with things that you don't know anything about.
Mm-hmm.
And that's usually a pretty big no-no. I mean, I'll be the first to tell you, I do not tamper with Ouija boards. I do not tamper with witchcraft. I don't mess with any of that stuff. And one of the main reasons, a lot of people think that, I do, that I actually deal with witchcraft and things of that nature. That's simply not the case, folks. In order to become a witch, a true witch, you literally have to change your religion, you see. Witchcraft is a religion. It is not a magical practice like wizardry, for example. With wizardry, it's nothing but spells and semantics and whatnot. There's no religion involved in it. With witchcraft, it's all about offerings to your god or goddess or whatever, and frankly, I'm too loyal to my God to turn my back on it like that. So I don't go there. But I can tell you that messing with that stuff can get you into a lot of trouble, brother. And I'll tell you, a really good, quick, easy way to remember what is the most powerful here, the light or the darkness. The easiest way to remember is to take a walk into your closet. Okay? Go into your closet, close the door behind you, turn off all the lights, and look around the room and see what you see. Chances are you'll see nothing but darkness. And yet, if you were to light a match, or a big lighter, or any kind of light source, you'll be able to see everything in that room. You may not be able to make out, every little detail, but you'll be able to make out most of them.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, this is a closet with a lot of space, and yet one little tiny flame of light can destroy a whole room of darkness. Do you understand?
Wow.
The way of the world, my brother. And I want you to remember that. Always. Always. Because it is true.
I will.
You all right? You remember that. Light will always whoop darkness. That's just the way of the world. Always happen. Always happen. All right? It may not seem like it right now, for instance, this whole 9/11 thing, but, that was a horrible tragedy, but it did bring us together as a nation, which was pretty cool. Even though it was temporary, it was still very cool. So, you can't really take that away from us, So, okay, my brother, so there you have it. Now, again, I want you to give us a call back in a month, Stephen, and let us know how you're doing, okay?
All right, I will.
Stephen, thank you so much for calling the show. God bless you and your entire family.
All right, you too.
Take care. Bye-bye. Okay, folks, wow, that was Stephen. I'll tell you, I want to remind all of you very quickly that, this is an hour show and we don't have a lot of time here, so I want to remind all of you, you can call me for a private reading at 856-803-4463. You can give me a call. We'll set up an appointment sometime over the internet, phone, whatever you decide. I'm also available for parties and stuff like that, corporate events. Just give us a call. That number again is 856-803-4463, or you can reach me through my website, themysticsrealm.com. Now, we do have another caller on hold, I do believe, so we're going to see if we can't take this very patient caller. That sounds like a good idea. Caller, you are live. Good evening.
Hi, how are you?
Wonderful. Your name?
Teresa,
Hi, Teresa. And where are you calling from?
Philadelphia.
Oh, wonderful. And how can I help you this fine evening?
I'd like to know what's going on with the position that I'm in at the company I'm working for.
Okay.
As far as the light at the end of the tunnel.
Okay. Sounds good to me. All right, well, stand by, and let's just give you a general and see where you're at, okay?
Okay.
Focus on your job situation for me. We'll give you a general, but we'll kind of focus a little more on the job situation, just to kind of bear in on it. Focus on that for me for just a moment. Okay. Okay. The light at the end of the tunnel is what you want, my dear.
Yes, it is.
And I mean, I know that sounded a little obvious, but I mean, this is really what you want. And I think we talked about this before, and I even told you that you're going to want to go.
Yeah.
You want to go now, don't you?
Bad. I'm trying so hard, but I just can't walk. I got to be fired in order for it to happen.
Right.
The only way out is to be fired, because if I quit, I have no job, nowhere to go. But yet, if I get fired, I can go to the unemployment office.
Right.
See? So I'm stuck.
Well, they know that too,
Yeah.
They know that too.
Oh, boy.
So, I'll tell you, I think you should stick this out, dear.
Stick it out?
I would. And I hate to tell you that. I would love to tell you, run as fast as you can. But you can't right now, Dolph. Honestly, you can't right now. But I got to tell you, I mean, this is working towards your favor.
Yeah.
I really sense that. I really sense this is going to work out for you. You just got to, the dark before the dawn, you're feeling it.
Right.
And that's the bottom line here. You're feeling that dark before the dawn. But I got to tell you, again, Teresa, you are progressing here. This is progression. It is. You're closer to your goal than you were last time we spoke.
This is true. Now, I remember when I said I had applied for another job elsewhere.
Yes.
But I did go to the interview, but I don't know if they checked my references or not. I mean, I called one of them, but they never did.
Right.
What do you see with that company? Anything?
Stand by. First off, there's a question of location here.
How so? What do you mean?
I don't know. Do they have more than one location?
Well, the thing is, they would send me out on the field to all different locations.
Okay, that makes
sense. different companies.
That makes sense. Because, I mean, you're going to be moving a lot. I don't mean, moving house-wise, but it looks like you're going to be putting a lot of miles on.
As far as the car driving?
If you get this job, that's exactly what you'd be doing a lot of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, there's something else, too, that I'm seeing here. What am I seeing with this? Stand by.
Mm-hmm.
This seems totally irrelevant, but there's a bird involved here that I'm seeing. Now, it could be a logo. It could be, the name of the company might be, I don't know, Red Robin or something crazy like that. I don't know. But there's an affiliation with a bird here that I'm seeing that is supposed to be some sign for you to look for.
Huh.
And you will get it.
Well, I have a bird.
Couple weeks.
I have a bird in my room.
No, this is something else.
That doesn't, it's like a company thing?
Yeah.
Huh. That'll be my sign?
Yep. But I think it's with the company you're with. I think somehow they're going to give you this cue of a bird to let you know that you're on the right track. I really sense that.
Well, my company I work for has the logo of a butterfly.
I don't think this is it. I would love to grasp at that straw. I'm sure Sylvia Browne would.
Right.
But I'm not gonna. No, this is something else.
Okay.
This is something
else.
And it's affiliated with a bird. Now, again, it could,
What type of profession? Do you know offhand?
Again, I think this is where you're at.
Where I'm located now?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
You're going to be getting a sign that you're on the right track here. That light at the end of the tunnel we spoke of is going to be coming soon. But I'm telling you, somebody's going to mention this company that either handles birds or deals with birds, or maybe a company logo has a bird on it, or maybe the name of the company might be a bird. I don't know. But this bird is going to be a sign for you. And this sign is going to tell you that, your patience is not only, working, but short. You're a short timer. When you get this bird thing, whatever this is, and I'm telling you, you'll know exactly when it is, and you're going to call me on it probably the next week.
Right.
Like you usually do.
Of course, I freaked out by it at first, but, well, I remember when you told me last time we spoke, how when I applied for the position, how fast everything would happen.
Yeah.
The woman, the first lady I met, I just walked in off the street and just handed her my resume, and she met me. It was really nice of her. No one really does that at companies.
Right.
She took her time out and met me immediately, and
very nice.
She told me, give us a call back, and we'll set up another interview, and everything's going to happen really fast.
Right.
And I remember you telling me everything's going to go really fast.
Right.
And that was really odd because she said the same thing to me, but she hasn't called me back. So I'm trying to think, see, the thing is, the position, it's all different crazy hours.
Right.
Because the way the company is run and how it's a job coaching position. And the consumers that they take in from the state, the disabled, there's no one that works the particular hours that I want.
Right.
And it's not full-time right now. And she knows that I'm looking for full-time, but I told her either night work or weekends I'll take.
Well, again, this is why I say, you're progressing into something really quick here. And I do see light at the end of your tunnel, dear, but you got to be patient.
What's the
I
time
wouldn't
frame?
go anywhere right now. As far as this other chickie and the job is concerned, yes, that may still be around the corner, but right now I wouldn't budge an iota until this falls into your lap with this bird
It's weird
call
because
mention
I've been fighting the urge. It's so strange because it's back and forth. I'm fighting the urge not to leave.
Sure. Because
I don't want to, but I do.
This is what your emotions are telling you to do. Right.
Because every time I go in there,
your
I'm like, this is
instincts
not
are
for me.
telling you to wait, aren't they?
Right.
See, you better listen to that. I'm telling you, you'll be glad you did. And my dear, unfortunately, we're just about out of time here. But, I want to say again, very, very quickly, that, I do feel you're on the verge of some great things here, dear. And, you've been calling my show for a very, very long time. So, I know what I'm talking about, and I think you know that too. So, stick with this. You'll be glad you did.
Okay,
Keep your patience in check and do this. You probably got another couple months maybe.
Right.
So, you know, make that happen for yourself. Now, honestly, I think you'll be so glad you did.
All right, I'll stick it out and see what happens. I'll let you know.
I'm telling you, you'll be glad you did, and I'm sure I'll be hearing from you shortly.
Okay.
God bless.
Take
Teresa,
care.
thanks for calling the show.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
All the way from Philly, too, folks. My brothers and sisters, we are just about out of time, but I do want to remind all of you once again that this is the Valentine's Day show. We're actually going to have Valentine's Day tomorrow, and this is a time for love, an expression of one's affections for one another. So I want to mention how important it is to express what love we have each and every day. Valentine's included, but in a world where so much hate is represented so easily through the net, through the media, and it's bombarding our senses with it, folks. But because of all this, it's hard to remind ourselves that love needs to be expressed just as boldly, just as earnestly, and, you know, if we were able to do that, we may even realize just how senseless all this fighting really is all over the world. So go out there tonight and express love. Don't wait till tomorrow. Whether it's sharing your time with someone you're in love with, or even if it's just enjoying the company of a friend, a family member, a neighbor, you know, just show you care. Show that you care. Show that you love, and that you're not afraid to express it. The same with love itself. We've been afraid to share our love with others because of fearing that we look weak. Yet, the more love you show, the stronger you not only appear to be, but the stronger you actually are. So the moral here is not to be afraid to share the love of yourself with another. Do not be afraid to express yourself at any and every given opportunity, folks, because it just might be returned. I want to take this moment to share with you all a love of mine. The love I have for my beautiful wife, Nancy. I love you dearly, darling. Thank you so much for being my Valentine, and I look forward to our dinner rendezvous tomorrow night. Wow. My brothers and sisters, I love you all like family. Happy Valentine's Day. We will talk to you all next week.